Alrighty, we should be good to go. Let me just adjust a couple of things. I think we're looking good. So let's just jump over. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are we all doing today, guys? So tonight what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to have a look at the celebration sets. We'll have a quick look at like all the other parts of the set, like the classic part of the sets and the promos and things like that. You know, the ones that can't exactly be played in the standard format. However, we'll focus a lot more time on the main set, the part that we will be able to play, because there's some interesting cards in there. And definitely it's worth checking out afterwards. It will be day 2 of Sylveon week, so we'll have a look, we'll go recap of our thoughts of Sylveon from yesterday, where we could be looking to improve with the deck, just your little things like that. Just like keep on snowballing the idea of Sylveon and seeing if we can progress the deck in any way, shape or form. That doesn't include adding 4 hammers to it, because that's a terrible, terrible, terrible and a very terrible idea. So let's just jump straight across. Let me just make sure everything's working. And it's close enough. Alright, so the full set is all being released. So let's go have a gander at it. So the classic collection, you've got a freaking Charizard. Of course there's going to be a Charizard. I mean, how could there not be a Charizard? Let's face it, how could there not be a Charizard? So that's going to be a lot of people chasing that. Hopefully, I would love it. I know Pokemon won't do this, because it's a good idea. Make it a common. Make this a common, just to piss people off. It's like every 3 packs is a Charizard. Just dunk on the value of it, so no one wants to actually get the set and do that nonsense. I like Dark Gyarados. I think that's cool. I think it's cool that they've got the birthday Pikachu. Outside of that, you've got some really nifty cards. I wish it was the other ones of these, honestly. Like the gold ones, I think that would have been cool. And just a random Tapu Lele. Just a random Tapu Lele. Alright, into the main set we go. So this is where we start going into the old deep dive into the looks of everything. I wish it was like the other place, Poke Beach, so you can just click on it and it enlarges. So I'll just read it from here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Sacred Fire. This attack for fire and a colors. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply resistance for bench Pokemon. Yada yada yada. For 2, it's meh. Fire Blast. Discard energy from this Pokemon for 120. You're not two-shotting, so that's hard to power up. It ain't really worth anything. Reshiram. Scorching Wind for 2 colorless. So you could be powering this up with Twin Energy. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so there's potential spread. As I said, we've got ways of getting to energy onto it very, very, very quickly. Twin Energy is definitely a way. Black Flame for 2 fire and a colorless. If Zekrom is on your bench, this attack does 18 more damage. So you can 2-shot. The energy cost, however, without Welder is very awkward. So that's going to be a little bit difficult to power up. The Scorching Winds is an interesting one. I don't think 20 is enough, but that is interesting. Kyogre. Aqua Storm for 2 water and a colorless. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. And then choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card you discarded in this way to each of those Pokemon. Huh. Okay, so again, the energy cost is a little awkward. However, that damage is... But it is reliant on... Like, you can't guarantee an energy with, say, like, Oranguru, Switching Cup, and things like that. But that's it. That's all you can do. So you can guarantee 50 to 2 Pokemon. But if you high roll, you might be, like, hitting, like, 5? Sorry, 150, should I say? Yeah, that's a bit much. And Surf... 2 water, 2 colors, 120, trash. Palkia. The ability Absolute Space. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play any stadium cards from their hand. So you can attach a balloon to it, but outside of a deck that just doesn't want to get pathed super early, that's really about it. No. If it was just on the bench, maybe, but active, no. Overdrive Smash for a water and 2 colorless. You got 80 plus. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Overdrive Smash does 80 more, so it's one of those 2 hitters. So you're looking at... The problem is, yeah, usually single prizes just get bopped. Yeah. You attack once, and they get 1 shot. Then you attack again. Hopefully you 2-shot your opponent. You take 3 prizes, and then your opponent takes a knockout, and they take 2 prizes because they've taken 2 Palkias. You can't do that exchange. And it's this Pokemon's Overdrive Smash, so this has to survive. So it's a bit much. Pikachu Full Arts. No, so it's just a reprint of the base set, so it's Flying Pikachu V for 190. It's not bad. Thundershock for a lightning. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Paralyzed stalling. It's not bad. Not bad. With the low amount of switches, if you need to buy a turn, being able to paralyze your opponent, if you get lucky. Again, this is just a buy a turn. You're not like trying to stall your opponent. Well, you kind of are, but just for 1 turn. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Fly for triple colorless. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects done to this Pokemon. I can see, like, this could be obnoxious if Will was still in format and there was a way to loop Will. Like, maybe expanded or something like that. But then, at that point, they've got Ranger and things like that, so it's very hard to cheese them that way. So, yeah, but hey, you might get lucky. But the Chonkachu, the Flyer, Flying Pikachu VMAX 310, not bad for a Lightning Pokemon. During your, so 1 Lightning, 2 colorless, 160. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done from basic Pokemon. That is not so good. That is not so good. You are 2-shotting most VMAXs, so that's not bad. However, how many basic decks are there at the moment? You could wall out Zamazenta, Zacian, and Suicune, and that's really about it. So you got Suicune that you can dick around with, but even now they're playing Ice Rider, so I don't think that's going to help. That being said, if against Zacian Zamazenta, it's pretty much an auto win. Unless if they play like Pal Pads with Phoebe? No. Yes. No. Yeah, the one that removes their abilities. So yeah. Surfing Pikachu. I like the typing though. I do like the typing. Triple Water. 150. At least it's a decent amount of damage on a V. So if you need to, you can at least do something. The Surfing Pikachu VMAX. Again, 3 for 160. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so there's a couple of things to unpack here. It does 30 damage, so it's not placing damage counters, so you can't like hit Zamazenta, and you can't hit Decidueye. It's a little bit sad, but 30 is a decent amount to everything. There's a few decks that I can think of in the format at the moment, especially something like Sylveon. You put goggles on this, you're doing 60 to everything. And that's pretty big. And 160 is a really healthy number as well. You can play this with Melanie, and your and 160 is 2-shotting, and anything that doesn't 2-shot, I mean, you're doing spread damage. So that's just really cool. So I'm liking that. That has some actual potential. I do like that. Zekrom for a double colorless. If your opponent has a statement card in play, discard it. And White Thunder for 2 lightning and a colorless. If a Reshiram is on your bench, this deck does 80 more. Again, you're two-shotting, but Reshiram, like, both their attack costs are very awkward. If it was like a colorless and a color, then maybe. But like that, it's a bit much. Alright, so Mew, the Shining Tail, basically the card that everyone wants. This is going to be the big card of the set, in the sense of like cards that you want to get as a player. And you probably want to get 4 of these. Ability, Mysterious Tail. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal an item card that you find there, and put that into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, what that means is that you'll be playing this in Dragapult. Guaranteed 100%. That's an extra dig for Level Ball. That's an extra dig for not Mysterious Treasure, the Dragon Treasure, whatever that psychic one is. It is finding energy and stuff like that. It's just a beautiful consistency card. You can scoop up net. You can attach a balloon to it. There's a lot of really good things with this card. And it might just be an item. But that, if you're trying to get a turn 1 attach onto Dragapult, you're digging 6 more cards deep on turn 1, digging 6 more cards in, looking for that quick ball, looking for that the treasure, you know, all these things to try and get that turn 1 attached onto Dragapult, which is very critical. This helps a lot. This also opens up the chance of maybe even my old favorite Urshipult. So you can play it with, instead of the treasure, you can run it with just Energy Search. And then you've got the choice between, like, if you find the Energy Search, you can look for the Fighting Energy or the Psychic Energy, things like that, depending on what you need. It is a fantastic card. I don't even care about the Side Shot attack for 30. I don't care. That ability is great. Xerneas. Breath of Life for 2 colorless. So again, anything that has 2 colorless on a single prizer has the ability to be twin energied. And we haven't seen twin energy in a very long time. So these are things that we do need to pay attention to, especially on basics. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards of different types. Attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. If you're playing 4 twin energies, you're playing 4 of these, and you go second, I wonder what the odds you'll get a Breath of Life off. Because that 3 energy is pretty decent. Especially with your amazing rares. Because you can attach them in any way you like. So you could power up an amazing rare attacker for your turn 2 if going second. This could also be used in, say, like some checkmate scenarios where you just need that boost of energy. I think that's just cool. I think there's definitely potential here. Even expanded with like Welder and things like that, this is pretty damn good. Cosmog, Star Protection. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. And Cosmoem is the same. And Lunala for 2 twin energy. Double the number of damage counts on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Hey, Lunala. I can think of some cards that you might work with very well. Interesting. So this is going to be hey, young Kevy. Unfortunately, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't remember your name, unfortunately. But it is good to see you back, nonetheless. So I will, for the sake of the stream, say, yes, I do remember you. You're a fantastic person. You're an awesome human being. and keep up the good work. At the side, I have no idea, but good to see you back. So yes, Lunala. Interesting. It is on a stage 2, but we've seen with Ludicolo and Suicune that running an Inteleon engine, we can get rare candy this. We can rare candy this pretty easy. So even if you just go a 2-2 line with 2 rare candy, takes 6 spots in your spread deck, this is your endgame thwack. So it does double the numbers. So as long as you have, for the most part, like if you have 170 damage counters on VMAXs, this is a guaranteed knockout on all your VMAX, your opponent's VMAXs. If you have, say like 100, if you've got some Zenta as well, and you've got the things like, I mean, if you can get 100 plus damage counters on stuff, this, and you can even snowball it. You can pair of Jumpluff potentially. You can snowball this, yeah. 1 turn. So let's just say your opponent has 100 damage counters. We'll go 90. Yeah, we'll go even 80. 80. No, 90's better. 90's better because that's guarantees. Yeah. So you have 90 damage on your opponent's Pokemon. 1 turn. Because 90 is pretty easy. 90 is pretty easy. So turn 1. Sorry, not turn 1, but your first Lunala, you Lunala Pain. That throws them to 180. Then, if you manage to do it again the next turn, that throws them up to 360. That is a knockout on pretty much everything, unless if they're buffed up their HP. So that is very scary. And because you are doubling damage counters, as long as they're on there, you're pretty much... I can't think of anything that's going to block that. So that's really cool, unless it's like umbrellas or something. Zacian. So we've got a Psychic Zacian. That's cool. Roar of the Sword. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Psychic Energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Cool. Cool. Where there's Pikachu head? That's going to be the V-Union one. And that's a promo. And we'll go to those later. Okay, the ability's interesting. We'll discuss that in just a minute. We'll look at their attack for Triple Colorless. Storm Slash, 60 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. Okay, so I actually don't mind this attack. So there's a couple of very easy pairings that you could throw this into. So, Shadow Rider. I mean, turn 1, you're not doing anything anyway. Alright, take care, mate. Have an absolute wonderful day at school. Stay safe. This ability is very good in Shadow Rider deck because on your first turn, you're not doing anything. If anything, you might hit the attack for 10 and just like stop your opponent from playing Special Energy or Stadiums. But in some matchups, that doesn't matter. It's just 10 damage. You don't care. This, however, does enable you to get 1 more energy. It might not seem like much, but it can snowball. However, another interesting deck that does fall into is Dragapult. And more specifically, Urshipult. I am getting very excited. So, again, your turn 1 is very lame. It's very, like, if you go first, you just want the turn 1 attach onto your Dragapult. And if you're playing Urshipult, you want turn 1 attach onto Dragapult. Then from there, you want an Urshifu on the bench. Just make Turbo Shadow more turbo. It kind of does, but I mean, but your turn ends. Your turn ends. So it is only getting 1 more energy. However, that can help. In a deck like Dragapult, where you want to get your turn 1 energy attached all the time, no matter what. This is a quick ball out to an energy. often when you find like the fog crystal, I think it's called, if my memory serves me correct, you might get a Dragon Ball, but you're whiffing on energy. So this is a way where you go, okay, well, I've got Quick Ball, I've missed energy, but I've got a Quick Ball in hand. I can get this Zacian, chuck it onto the bench, get an energy. Because it is at 220 HP and not at 180, does mean that's a little bit more survivable. It's not like, say, Crobat, where the issue is that your opponent, say like a mirror matchup, your opponent dumps 5 damage counters onto the Crobat, then at any point they can gust it up and take a knockout. And that's very awkward. This requires a little bit more dedication if they want to knock it out. So I do like this card. I think it does help a little bit. Especially because it says Psychic Energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. It can be to anything. So again, in an Urshipult sort of deck, you can be like, hey, I want to attach a Psychic Energy onto my Urshifu. I've got a the Rapid Strike Energy on there as well. It's all set and ready. You can even set up 2 Dragapults if you need to. You can just go, right, you know what? I've got an energy on the active, I've got an energy to a benched one, and I'm going first. I'm in a super strong position. So there's many things you can do with that. Heck, you can even attach to your Dragapult. And then if your opponent hits a Crushing Hammer, you don't care, because then you can still just attach for turn and just blast away. It does mean there is a liability on the bench, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Groudon, fighting Magma. So you've got double fighting with colorless Magma Volcano 80 times. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. This attack does 80 damage for each energy card you discard in this way. So we can guarantee 80 damage, and that's about it. That's about it. Hey, name's not important for real. How's it going? So that's. It's really hard to guarantee enough energy to sack. And Massive Rend is a bit much. Zamazenta V, it's a fighting one. All your fighting Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's VMAX. You can't apply more than 1. Growl of the shield. So minus 20 feels pretty lame. Feels pretty lame. Not a fan of this one. Yveltal. So double colorless. Again, twin energies are enabled for this card. Discard up to 3 special energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so I like that it discards. Often at the moment, there's been a lot of like energy denial effects, which has been either put it back into your opponent's hand or into their deck. Something like this. Can it work in a stall environment? Look. It is special energy 3. You almost could. One of the things that you can do if your opponent's starting to load up on special energy and you're sort of like trying to stall them out a little bit and they've got energy on the bench. So like your, it could be against, say, Single Strike. You can just go, bang. All that energy is discarded. It's gone. Rapid Strike energy, just get rid of it. So it's interesting, but I don't think it's enough. Dialga for a Metal Energy Temporal Backflow. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. I don't hate it. It's not as good as Oranguru, where you're getting a bunch of cards and put them on the bottom of your deck, because there were ways to stop you from decking out. This one, it still kind of stops you from decking out if you try to get them in the stall loop. But you still have to be very careful, because, I mean, you lose your energy or something, you're just dead. Or if they ever attack. But, I mean, you could chat. I mean, if you can gust stall a turn and get, like, say, I know this sucks, but Crushing Hammer, I don't mind it here, because then eventually you're going to flip enough heads that your opponent can't do crap. So there is potential there. Just the fact that there's a potential for control with this is makes me a little bit happier. Metal Blast for triple colorless, 60 plus. This attack does 20 more for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. Then we got Solgaleo, a rush-in ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. And then Solar Geyser for 100. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Weirdly, that works really well with Urshifu. Really, 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 really well. Where you're changing your mindset and you're playing it almost like a Golisopod deck. Where you're not trying to set up turns where you're just going G-Max Rapid Flow and going bah, 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 bah. You can be like, okay, well, I'm just going to heal a lot. I'm going to be using Cheryl a lot to heal. We're going to be using this ability with Air Balloon to chain, come up, retreat, thwack. 150. Then, if we ever need to, we could potentially attach a Twin Energy or something like that onto the Solgaleo, and that's going to be a way where we, like maybe if you have, say, 2 Solgaleos set up, where we can go, you know what, for one turn, we're going to sack this, and then we're going to put 2 basic energies on both our Urshifus, and say to our opponent, if we find another Rapid Strike energy, you're in a lot of trouble. So that's kind of interesting. Unfortunately, it is on the stage 2, though. Unfortunately, it is on the stage 2, so it will require a Rare Candy and all that sort of nonsense. But it's not bad. Lugia. So again, colorless 2, Twin Energy, sounds good. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Interesting, interesting. It's not enough damage. How you have to really load up damage here. You have to really load up energy here to really make it worth it. And then you got Deep Crush for 4 colors. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Then you got Professor's Research, Professor Oak. These are both cool. These are both very cool. And the Gold Mew, the Gold Shiny Mew. And then we'll move on to the promo card. So this one is just pretty much a reprint of what we've already got with the stamp. Dragon Ball, I am going to grab this only because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. One thing I would love Pokemon to do is actually more of this, but in the main set. So instead of saying like, so let's look at, imagine this was Dragon Ball VMAX, yeah? Let's imagine this was Dragon Ball VMAX, and this was the secret rare art. How cool would that be if this was the secret rare? So maybe in one set, the secret rares could all be of a very old art style. Maybe base set, maybe this style here, maybe with the level X style, and things like that. I think that'll be really cool as a way to promote like the history of Pokemon, and go, hey, look, this is what we used to be like. I think that'll just be really cool in some sets. Not all the sets, but a set here and there. I think that would be cool. Lance's Charizard V. 220, 200 discard energy from this Pokemon. The attack's not too bad, it's just hard to power up. Dark Sylveon V. Disarming Voice. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused for 2 colorless, 30 and blah. And Tricky Ribbon. 100 damage for a Psychic and 2 colors. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. I don't think we have enough way to really hand control at the moment to do much about it. I do like it though. I do like the artwork, but I think it's a bit, I don't think there's a control archetype you can really work with it just yet. You'd have to like get the hand down to like 2 or something and then do this. Zacian, the level X, cool artwork. Mimikyu, again, great artwork. Toxtricity. I do like these. Okay, I'm liking these. Pikachu V Union. This is going to be an interesting one. Union Gain. Attach up to 2 lightning energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. No. Don't think it's that great. Shocking Shock. 120 for lightning and colors. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Again, a bit lackluster. Disconnect 150. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. That's cool though. That one is kind of cool. Yes. Just this guy. It's the reason why we've got disconnect. And then you got Electro Ball for 250. For 2 lightning and a colorless. So you're looking at turns where you go disconnect into that. The cool thing is, disconnect is almost powerful enough. It's almost powerful enough to, if you can just chain this and do a little bit more damage, if you just stop your opponent from doing attacks, that actually helps a lot. That actually helps a lot. And that is really cool. So I actually don't mind it. I might even get a box. We'll ignore that one. PGV, Volt Tackle, Sylveon, Greninja, Gold Star. And then, unfortunately, I'll never get these cards because my premium box got cancelled, the pre-order, which sucks, so that makes me sad. And that was the set. So, the cards. Okay, so the legal ones in here are going to be like your VMAX, anything like V. These ones here won't be, like your Delta Species, nope. This one will be. Should be anyway. Your V Union, this one. These ones won't be. I wonder if there's a mark that you can easily tell. This card cannot be used at official tournaments. There's your marking that you're looking for. There is your marking that you're looking for, and I reckon this one won't have it, this one doesn't have it. So if it says it can't be used in an official tournament, then you know that you can't play it. So, the big cards of this set. Reshiram is pretty big. With Lunar Pain, we know that we can quickly stack damage counters with some different other ways of placing damage counters to the point where Lunala, you Lunar Pain a couple of times, you can very quickly just blow up the entire board of your opponent. Spread has like ever since the last rotation, but the rotation before that, when the basic Tapu Lele, so not Tapu Lele GX, the basic one, that allowed you to move damage counters. Once that rotated, Spread really suffered. Because not being able to consolidate all that damage counters onto key targets absolutely sucked. However, with something like this, and with the Intelligent Engine, you can actually work with this. And I think that's pretty cool. And because it is going to be Rare Candy reliant and Twin Energy and things like that, it means that it's not going to be overpowered. It's still going to be a very combo heavy deck. So you're going to have to be running Inteleons and things like that. Should be fun. Mew, just get 4 of. This is going to be huge. As I said, in decks like Dragapult, where the most number one thing that you just have to do every single turn is get an energy attached to Dragapult on turn 1. This enables it very well, because it is, you look at the top 6 cards of your deck, you reel an item card. In Dragapult, we do have Fog Crystal, and we do have Quick Ball. There are ways of getting energy and the Vs. PT that Cosmic Eclipse, Lunala, and Solglare are rotated, yeah, absolutely. So these ones are pretty cool. That is, I do like it. Breath of Life, I can see this being a bit of a cheesy card. And it could actually be really good in a deck that can get 2 energy attached to it on turn 1, and then use it to power up other attackers. Because you're searching for up to 3 basic energy of different types and attach them in a way. So this is an amazing rare card. They might as well have printed this as an amazing rare card. So there is potential there. Zacian is another great enabler, again in say like a Dragapult, where we were just saying how important it is to get a turn 1 attached to your Dragapult. This is an enabler of that. The attack is pretty lackluster. Outside of that, that's going to be huge. And I do like this. Yeah, I actually think this is really cool. That's pretty much it. These are just reprints of old cards. So if any of these are playable in older formats, you can definitely play these. Yeah, there's a couple of interesting ones. I think Tapu Lele is funny. You just like got all these like really old cards, like really, really old cards, and then Tapu Lele, and not like something better. I mean, Tapu Lele is good. Don't get me wrong. So that was it. I don't mind it. There's some chase cards in there for once. The last few like Celebration, the Don fan, yeah. The last few like collector sets have been lackluster for players, I want to say. They've been really, really, really lackluster for players. Alright. So what we're going to do is, let me just boot up PTCGO. And we will continue on with Sylveon Day number 2. So if you don't know, what we're doing is, from now on, we're going to have a deck of the week. We're going to smash through a few days of that. We're going to be experimenting with it, expanding with it, just trying all these different things and seeing what we can do to develop the deck. Just a way for everyone to understand the deck a little bit more. What's great about the deck, what's terrible about the deck, etc, etc, etc. So let's just jump straight into that, shall we? Waiting for everything to boot up. Wait for it. Come on. You know there's a game there. Why aren't you capturing? Huh. Let me try this again. We go over here. And then we go like that. Sure. Sure. So, we will be going back to... We'll look at... Fun laws that we changed. Hey! Thank you for the subscription 2 months in a row. Greatly appreciated. Name is not important for real, even though it absolutely is. So we grabbed Fon's list that he was playing. I did like his list. We made some minor adjustments. Sub-hype name, indeed. We wanted to throw an Eldegoss in there, just for that little bit more consistency. I forgot what I took out, but we added that in. What's cool about his list is that playing the 3 boss, he's got Psychic Energy in there, and he's playing Fog Crystal and 2 Fan Waves. Fan Waves, big, huge. There's a few matchups that you hate to see. This does help massively. Fog Crystal is a great enabler of finding energies to attach, as well as finding these buggers out. Right, so one of the things that we knew, that we found out when playing more of this deck, is that getting Octillery out as soon as possible is the game-winning strategy. This is the most important card. You play Zero instead of Urshifu. Yeah, you can do that. Octillery is very important. Because you're not combo heavy in a sense, but this is your consistency card. If you're looking for an evolution, if you're looking for a basic, you're looking for energy, you're looking for your stadium, you name it. Whatever you need is going to be found with this. You don't get this out, life freaking sucks. Hey! And then, name, throwing the gifted to Jackie. Greatly appreciated once again. And thank you for the follow there. That is a very interesting name. I'm gonna call you Philip. So we are going to be looking at today, focusing on this. We want to as consistently get this out as possible. What can we do more? Outside of playing, say, like a level ball. Level ball isn't really going to help. Great ball. Fog Crystal is just too good, though. So, Great Ball is an interesting idea. We'll play a bunch with this list, a bit more. Except for when a prize talk theory. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll play this, and we'll find out ways to more consistently get Octo. But we will focus on getting this every single game. Our number one priority is getting this out first. This is more important than this, apparently. Could be wrong, but our mindset today is focusing purely on this, and we'll see how that affects our gameplay. And then, as we play a few games, we can make some changes. Yes, it is. So let's jump into game number 1. Yesterday, if you didn't see my warm-up games yesterday with Sylveon, they were embarrassing. We basically opened Remoraid, attached and passed. Enmil? Good luck, have fun. Oh, we go second. Hate to see it. I see Urshifu boxes. We've got love to see that. Not bad. Unfortunately, we will... Okay, so we will open with the Urshifu. This means that we can retreat with Stadium. What are we up against? Are we up against Dragapult? Hopefully not. Interesting. Alright, so this is okay, this is a very awkward mirror, because they do have Fighting Instinct here. That is awkward. But they didn't really do much with their turn, so that is good. That is good. The deck doesn't play many supporters, but don't want to Marnie them. So what we'll do, I'm going to put Marnie back. And we'll research. I mean, I probably should have attached the jammer, but... Right, remember when I said we get Remoraid turn 1 no matter what? Well, that's not happening. We're not even getting energy attachment. That is very bad. So I almost want a Tower of Water here right now. I actually will. We're going to put Sylveon in the active. This means we can evolve, attach our Rapid Strike energy, and attack. We're going to Dream Gift. We'll grab ourselves a Level Ball. This is going to get us our Remoraid for next turn. We can attach, we'll evolve, and do all that fun stuff. Alright guys, and let's just say while we're in between turns, I will... So that is a Quick Ball. Yes, it is. All supporters attached with glue. You hate to see it, absolutely. So I am reviving my YouTube channel. It is Darkphoenix TCG. It's all my VODs from my streams are going to be there. So hey, if you want to follow, there's there. My Facebook page and my Twitter is going to be another place where you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. Often, if I have a fun deck list or some nonsense I want to speak about, they are up there. Especially if you enjoy Stonejourner Stall. If you love Stonejourner Stall, that is a thing. Things that are not a thing, though, is this hand. Absolutely not. Alright. I wanted to get rid of gimmicks. For the most part, I wanted to get rid of gimmicks. I even had someone give me some codes, and I was like, hey, do you want to give them as giveaways? And I'm like, I don't know how to do that, because I want to stick away from gimmicks. Gimmicks makes things very sad at times. And very frustrating for everyone involved, particularly me. So we're going to avoid those sorts of things. I'm just going to burn this because I need to draw into cards. So channel points are gone. All those things are gone. What are the odds that they are going to slap me with something painful? Like Raihan. Well, Raihan is a possibility. Alright, I'm going to Marnie. Boss is very cool. Boss is very cool. But I think I want to put Researcher in case I get Marnied. Are you helpful? No, you're not. This can come up. Gale Thrust. And let's see the Raihan. They can... Okay, so annoyingly, they can just discard energy. Yeah. Such a very awkward deck to play against. So what I can do now... Where's the fish? Mate, I wish I could even find a quick ball. I can't even find a quick ball. That's surprisingly fine. That is surprisingly fine. So what I can do is go like this. I nearly used switch there. I'm gonna put a boss back. Okay, it's another Sylveon. That's very tempting, actually. That's very tempting indeed. But I'd rather save that space for a fish. We'll see. We can max place. Put energy here. On the Sylveon. So we're gonna get this guy set up. And we're going to have a turn where we just boss KO. Ideally. If we had a damn fish, we might have been able to have an easier time doing that. There's another Thunderous Kick. We'll love to see it. Do we find an energy off this Primate Wisdom? No, we don't. It is a money. I think I still want to research here. Because I've got boss... I'll have boss as my top deck. So as long as I hit energy, I'm fine. Yeah. Hey! Now we're getting somewhere. I am watching while drawing for Inktober, and it is relaxing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, we've finally got our damn fish. We have finally got our damn fish. We can retreat. We can max harmony. And then, all we'll be looking for is a good old gust and knockout on the Urshifu for game. I would have preferred to take their knockout on this the turn prior. They can still win. They can still win. And I'd rather them not. Now they can't. It's 120, 150. They need a lot. So they need a Raihan. They need goggles. And they need a snipe. This one. So there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do. Level ball coming out. They could get it all. They could get it all. So they need Rapid Strike Energy, Raihan, Goggles, and Ping. Let's see how they do. They actually have a good chance because they haven't drizzled yet. Actually, no. They need a little bit more. No. I don't think they can. It's 120. 150. No. They can. They can. Scoop on that. Ah, they've got the Persimmon. So they'll be able to sack from there. Yeah, I needed to have hit the Gust for knockout. But unfortunately, they got everything. They got everything. That was a combo and a half. So in there, if we got the fish out earlier, I reckon we would have been probably better off. Let me just fix this lighting a little bit. We probably would have been a bit better off. Sounds like he's in the gym. Hey, we get to go first. Yes, please. We're not hitting the damn fish again, that's for sure. We'll lead with the old Urshifu first. Just give us the damn fish. Alright. Okay. I see how this is going. So, we are going to be very mean. And we're going to go pop, pop. Oh no. Well, I want to get damn fish, but I actually think Oranguru is because I want to sack them. I think we just go Oranguru. Just give us that extra draw. Because all we need is VMAX. We can go like this. We can grab Crobat. Ignore that. Crobat. Actually, I probably could have grabbed something. Oh well. I could have grabbed the damn fish. I'm an idiot. And I haven't missed it just yet. Incense or VMAX? Okay, so we whiffed. We did the Mega Dig, and we whiffed. And then we get punished. Do they find an energy attachment? If they don't find an energy attachment, they are not doing anything next turn. Quickball is coming out. Hey, an evolutionary incense. That would be great for my deck. Imagine if I had evolutionary incense in my deck. Or at least the way to find it. Hey, Jackal OTD. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Sweet. We'll take the dub. I wanted to try to sack them, but hey, what can you do? So far, our game plan today was, again, mindset. What we are going to do is get Remoraid out turn 1, no matter what. Then turn 2, we get Octillery, no matter what. And how many times have we achieved that? That's the answer. Let's see if we can do better. This is true. This is what Jackie does. Hey, look at that. That's a Remoraid. You love to see it. And we're against Single Strike, and they're going first. That, on the other hand, is very scary. We can bait them a little bit. We'll open this. We won't put down the Remoraid, because Remoraid is a little bit of a tell. It's like, hey, I'm not playing the usual nonsense. So they will probably load up on the Umbreons. Which, sad... How cool would it be if we could make Sylveon VMAX work in this deck? How cool would that actually be? That would just be beautiful in dealing with Umbreons. Alright, so they're getting 2 Houndours. This one's going to be a little bit on the awkward side to deal with now. And they can do a lot of damage next turn. Got a Psychic Energy. You love to see it. Hey, with the raid of 19 people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Welcome all from the Jackal OTD stream. Hopefully you're all doing all right. Right. So how can we progress with this? We can find Fan of Waves, ideally. We do play 2 of them. So we'll try to use those. We got that. Let's just grab our Sylveon. Attach the Psychic Energy to it. And then go on the hopes and prayers of all the children around the world. Capture Energy would have been nicer at some point. Though. What I can think about doing now is actually going this way. So grab ourselves the Blaziken. Another one of these. Please survive, Urshifu. I'll greatly appreciate it if you survived. We got Evolution, we are looking for Evolution Incense. This is going to be for our Octillery. And then we can Marnie next turn. This will be perfect. Alright, so let's see if we get sacked by Mikasa here. So, worst case, like, ideally they brick. And it's not uncommon for Umbreon and Single Strike Urshifu to brick. It is very common. Right, that is a little upset. Okay, I don't hate it so much now. They are going to get the knockout. However, we can recover that energy with Blaziken. And they had research in hand. Right, it's that time of day again where everyone has the last card being Professor's Research. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is going to be a tricky matchup. Even if I do hit a couple of fans, they're going to be able to accelerate it straight away. What is that, Posh Water? You can blame Kupo_77. It is Elderflower Tonic. Elderflower Tonic. Kupo77 was the one who bought it. There are many things I want to do this turn, and I can't unfortunately do them all in the same turn, which is mildly frustrating. Alright, so we'll grab our Octillery, and we'll Marnie. We want to cripple this hand as much as possible. Ideally, we find another stadium. Jackie, what you can do is you can call it Bogan Water. This is, however, a little more awkward. We'll grab this. We can force them to potentially put more damage counters on themselves. Again, they can get this energy back, but they have to put it on themselves and do themselves a little bit more damage. We can max Blaze. I am not evil. It goes here and here. 1, 2. So we're looking okay. We can knock this out next turn, potentially, with Sylveon. That's about it. Healthier choice. That is true. I have been trying to be healthier. Unfortunately, they could just attach from hand. You hate to see it. That means they can hit into our Blaziken for a decent amount of damage. And they are going to set up on the Urshifu. That is also very bad. Hopefully they don't have two. They've got 4 energy in deck. We are in a little bit of trouble. So even if we do take this knockout... how much am I hitting for at the moment? It's 70 plus for each other one. So 70, 100, 160. We didn't hit boss. boss, we could KO that. That would actually be huge. I think it's best. Alright. I shouldn't have used this ability too soon. I wanted to see if getting rid of the stuff was going to be all okay. This is fine. This is fine. We can go... Get rid of Urshifu. Sylveon. We're doing 1-9. Doing 190. 40, yeah, that's enough. Goes here. And then we can max Harmony. So they can just blow us up. And it would be very upsetting if they do. Where's the Tool Jammer? We didn't unprize Oranguru. What would be ideal if they try to blow up Blaziken? Then, if they blow up Blaziken, I win. If they don't blow up Blaziken and they actually manage the knockout on Sylveon, it is... We'll go after a Houndoom. So yeah, if they knock out Sylveon, we go after Houndoom. Because they would have to discard all their energy and they won't be able to attack next turn with Houndoom gone. So this is going to snipe the Blaziken, most likely. Surely. Take the easy prize. They always go for the easy prize. And then Marnie. Delicious. Our poor boss's order. This kind of works though. This kind of works. I don't see them going after the VMAX. They're just going to take the knockout with Urshifu. And they may load up on probably this one now. So the whole idea is they take a knockout, then they Gust KO this one. They use their ability here, but they haven't used their boss. So ideally, I need to bump this stadium. So I'll probably grab a stadium with Octillery. And that will hopefully stop them from hitting boss. As they will impact blow for knockout. We knock them out. If they attach another energy here, that'll be bad for them. Yep, that's the right choice. So they're looking for Gust knockout on this next turn. So Marnie Stadium would be good. Marnie Stadium would be really good. And that's going to be how we buy a turn. I don't need boss now in any way, shape, or form. So we're looking for Amani. You're not Amani. You are not Amani. There were everything in there, but not Amani. So I think we just lose here. I unfortunately don't see them not gusting us. We can bump this. That's really about it. I can fan of waves. Not that that will help too much. It just makes things a little bit more difficult. And then we max Harmony. We've got Capture. Hey, it's an Urshifu, not Oranguru. So our last prize is an Oranguru. Alright, so now they need to get 3 energy attached here and boss. 3 energy plus boss. They're getting 2 energy that way. Sure, well, they've used 2 urns, but most likely with a huge hand size like that, of what, 4, 8, 9 cards in hand, surely they'll have an urn, energy, and then they go double ability and boss. So, let's see. Let us see how it goes. If they whiff, it'll be very, 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 very unlikely. If they whiff, we win. If they Marnie, they have to Marnie. Alright, so there's the urn. If they Marnie, then we're good. If they Marnie, we are good. If they do anything except boss, we are good. We will most likely win. Unless they Marnie, retreat into Urshifu and attack, and then with our boss at the bottom of the deck, it could be a little bit awkward. Because, unfortunately, I am only hitting 4. 120, and guess what? They're 130. So unless if I hit a gust, I can't knock anything out except for... so I can knock everything out if they're in the active spot, unless if it's the Umbreon. If they've got the Umbreon in the active, then I can't do much. Air Balloon. Interesting. This is suggesting to me they may have whiffed. Okay. Interesting. So they don't have boss. Unless if they're being really annoying, they're going to use double ability, attach, and then boss. If they're doing that, I'll be very upset. And they just wasted everyone's time. They are attaching here. Money. Okay. So now it is awkward, but winnable. Having our Oranguru prized really sucks, but hey, we drew into boss. So, do they have a win con? No, they do not. They can attack, but we've got the boss. They can't go after the Octillery. If they Fan of Waves or Crushing Hammer, we've got Octillery. So unless they double Crushing Hammer. But even then, I could just go Stadium. Yep, sweet. So they whiffed on the old boss. Can we see their deck? No, we can't. Often, a deck like that, they will only be playing one boss, as well as their 2 Urshifus. So 2 to 3 Umbreons. So the Umbreons are your main choice. Edmund, Kahoo, good luck, have fun. Of Gusting. It's just that if you need to, you've got that one boss's order, but clearly they couldn't find it. We're going second again. Hate to see it. Starting hand is trash. Bye-bye. But they're mulliganing as well, which is pretty good. Starting hand-wise, I do not hate it. I hate this, however. And they're playing this. So it's Leafeon with Crushing Hammer. I don't know how I feel about that. I would rather they didn't. I would rather they didn't. There is a good chance they're going to capture energy. From there, we can Fan of Wave that away. No! So they're playing Sylveon with Crushing Hammer and Grass Energy. How very interesting. I think at this point, we can be a little cheeky. My, you wouldn't let me see that deck. So they're playing Leaf Energy. So that means they'll be playing Leafeon. I wonder if they're doing something very similar to Henry Brand's list that he posted a long time ago. He had a Sylveon list that he would actually use Leafeon, just a Leafeon V, as a way to accelerate energy out and just to help set up attackers. Math Liu? Good luck, have fun. So I'll say that's what he did. And then, to be an absolute stain on humanity, he would grab this good deck. And clearly, they've added Crushing Hammers to it. I'm happy to open Blaziken. We can free retreat with that. We've got the Oranguru. We've got Energy. We've got Fog Crystal, so we can attach. Interesting. This matchup still sucks. I would have preferred a Crushing Hammer. One of the problems is you're high jump kicking for 100. You're not one-shotting Zamazentas. You're three-shotting them. And they're just discarding all the energy every time you do that. This, however, is you'll love to see it. Now, hopefully they don't Intrepid Sword for all the energy. So this is what you would call a very concerning situation. Alright, so let's get our Sylveon. We're going to put Tool Jammer up on the Blaziken. I'm actually going to get rid of Eldegoss. Going to get Fish. And then I'm going to... actually, no. I can... Because I wanted to save Boss, but I can do it like this. Fan of Waves disappearing is always good. In case they play another Sylveon. Oh, sorry, in case they blow up the Sylveon, we can go like this. And I think we can just hold from here. So we'll Dream Gift. And we can get an Incense. So that way we can get Remoraid, Octillery, Sylveon. We can get energy if we need to. They found Stadium. They found Balloon. But Balloon is not going to allow them to retreat. Hopefully this buys us a turn. Hopefully this buys us a turn. There's the Oranguru. Because what will be really good is that they don't... Alright, this is actually a really good position now. This is actually a really good position now. This is a really good position now. Right. First things first. We're getting you. And they just scoop. They just scoop. Yeah, I was going to Boss's Order. Boss's Order. I will want to remove the one on the bench. Because that one doesn't have... because the active one has Balloon, the odds of that keeping Balloon is very high. If they end up putting a cape on it, I miss out on knockout by 10 HP, which freaking sucks. So by keeping that one alive, the one with the Balloon, they have to scrap that Balloon away and then attach a cape. So if I just go Boss, I'm in a very good position. So we'll take that win. You always do. You always do. But it was interesting that they hadn't found a Zamazenta. Alright, Calm. Benoa. Good luck, have fun. Lost. Boo. Alright, that's fine. That's a little concerning. Interesting. So they're playing Peony. Interesting. So that's going to tell me that they're probably playing Cricktune in this list. As their way to draw out. Starting hand-wise. It's going to be funny if I do it this way, but as I said, I am going to commit turn 1 Remoraid every single time, no matter what. Alright, Urshifu open. Hey, look, a natural Remoraid in hand. I wish I knew what that was like. I wish I knew how that was like. Alright. So, capture energy gone. There's a Blaziken. They're setting up quite nicely. The frustrating thing is that there's a good chance they're going to go, if they evolve here, you go evolve, they knock out the Remoraid. This means they can't do that. Hooray. I'm actually happy to discard this energy because I'm probably going to attack with Blaziken first. We're going to grab this. And then we're going to Mani. We've got a few outs to a Sylveon. I mean, it is an out. It is an out indeed. So we'll take that. We'll grab ourselves Sylveon. Dream Gift. Evolutionary Incense, ready for next turn. So this is at least pretty good. This means if they want to do anything half decent, they're going to have to evolve, attach, switch, and try to move this energy back into play. It's going to be a little bit difficult for them to achieve something like that, but they've found their auxiliary, they've got their pieces, they can make this work. We've got our auxiliary, assuming they don't Mani. We've got auxiliary. Auxiliary. Alright, so they've got their twin energy. We're going to research. And they discarded 2 spiral energies. So that's actually really scary now. So this enables Zeraora to come into play. They're going to probably find like Stadium and everything like that. There's a VMAX. I can only assume they've got themselves a switch. This has become very concerning. There's the switch. Very concerning indeed. Because that means they can power up the Sylveon as well as the Urshifu. Surprisingly, they haven't found the Zeraora. I do hit boss. And I think I have to go for it. So we're going to go Auxiliary. Capture Oranguru. Boss. Get Blaziken. Because I want to get rid of their artillery. Because that's one typing down for them. And we'll put Mani on top of our deck for next turn in case we need. We'll touch it here. So this way, if they decide to attack with Urshifu, we can knock it out. So we had a pretty bad situation to begin with. A pretty bad situation to work with. However, where we're at now is not too bad. So let's see where they go through from here. So hitting for 70, 100, 130. For different types of the bench, no, 130. Okay, so they're going after our Urshifu. I'm surprisingly okay with that. I am very much okay with that. Throw that up. I'm probably going to want to attack with my own Sylveon. I don't want to say... because I want to keep that energy attached, I will bench that now. Will Mani... Alright, so we've hit VMAX. We've got energy here. With this, I would have preferred an energy so we could like, I mean, I probably should have Orangarood to see if I hit an energy. That works. Max Harmony. Alright. Ribbon badge coming out. Doesn't matter. Jammer. Okay. I'm like, aha. Oh, okay. We'll still dig for a jammer of our own again. I can also take the knockout with Urshifu, which feels alright. Try to keep this Sylveon alive. 160 is very little damage. There's a few choices now, actually. There's a few choices now. I take the knockout here. I think I just have to go for that. Grab this here. I'll put this onto the top of our deck. If I hit Jammer, it's big. No Jammer, but we're getting rid of Special Energy, which means I can get rid of... What would be worse? What are they going to promote? Urshifu or Blaziken? Probably Blaziken, to try to power stuff up. So we're going to get rid of this. Can retreat. Gale Thrust, knockout. Now they can't Urshifu VMAX. If they Urshifu VMAX, they're in trouble. If they Urshifu VMAX, they're in trouble. Alright, Path, interesting. And a Focus naturally in hand. Ooh, spicy. Remoraid coming out and the Zero Aura. But we do have Boss in hand. There's an attachment. Are they just going to hit us for 150? No, actually, we just win. We just win. They have to discard this energy. So we go Capture Energy, Boss, Knockout, Knockout. Now that they bench this Remoraid, which is a very late bench, at this point, I think that was a bit of a misplay on their behalf. Yep, cool. So we'll take the W. Boss. Knockout and knockout. They gave some easy prizes there. I think those prizes were a little bit too easy. I think benching those stuff was a bit of a liability. Done. Excellent. Let us continue. So again, hitting Remoraid turn 1 seems to be very difficult. Hitting it is very difficult. It is making me almost want to go 3. But that's just way too much. That is way too much. Or is it? No, it's too much. It's too much. you'll have those awkward hands where you hit like 3 of them in one hand. And it would be very, very, very sad when that happens. Will Lano, good luck, have fun. Awesome Blissey coin, correct coin. We win the toss, fantastic to see, yes please. Yeah, this hand can go. This hand can go. But you can see that my opponents, like, they struggled. Once we took out their Remoraid, sorry, their Octillery, they really struggled to continue setting up. Which is kind of what you want to do. So, hey, I'm happy. I am happy. I might have to just dump down the stadium preemptively. Just dump it down. Quick ball. And then Crobat for energy. If they don't have... I'm still happy with that. We can grab ourselves I don't know what I'm up against. It could be Dragapult, which we don't want to bench that. It could be Suicune, so we wouldn't want that. So I'm actually happy to go the monkey. So we're looking for energy, which we do find. In case it is Crushing Hammer's Dragapult, I will actually attach this. I'll actually attach this. We'll grab ourselves another Sylveon. Then depending what we're up against, we can make the choice to either go one way or the other way. Hey Zelguy, how's it going? I am going to be using my ability. So I am going to Primate Wisdom a research back, then use my ability, knowing that, I wanted to save my draw supporters, but hey, apparently not. We'll grab ourselves an Evolutionary Incense. So our start is very nice. Very nice indeed. I can only assume they're going to Marnie us, because who doesn't turn 1 Marnie these days? It's Leafeon. It is Leafeon. Very nice indeed. Unfortunately, having this stadium bumped is very obnoxious. And then just the greening cells like that, just straight up. Interesting. Fan of waves, I might as well. I mean, I am gonna... Can I take a knockout on this Leafeon? I don't think I can. Which is very annoying. The frustrating thing is, I want to research. Oh, I need stadium. I need stadium. Stadium's a thing. Alright, so let's just get stadium. Like, as I said, this is awkward. And then I need a little bit. But I would like to be able to attack into this guy. Because I can still knock this out. So we get rid of... I actually think I put research on top of the deck. So unfortunately, we're not hitting knockout. But we are two-shotting. So we're very close. We were very close to knocking them out. But that being said, we'll knock them out if they evolve next turn. Their damage cap this turn is... no, I mean, they still can't. So they have to Grass Knot. 240 is their damage cap. There's a Tool Jammer. Research going out. Sad days to see that. Another Leafeon, another Leafeon. So hadn't I done that, they wouldn't, like... A reason why you could go for the Sobble means that they couldn't drizzle out of, like, a dead hand. Oh, they didn't... Yeah, I was about to say, they didn't get the stadium. Oof, oof, oof. Whiffing on the stadium when you play like 3-4 stadiums. It's sad to see. Because, yeah, it gives me free retreat, so it does 0 damage. Oops. So we got lucky. We got lucky, though. I mean, we're still in a pretty good spot. We were going to get the knockout. And then we could just, like, get Blazikens out and go for, like, double Blaziken play. Alright. Daruma 0777. Good luck, have fun. Tails, please. Would like to go first? Yes, please. So we've gone from never finding Remoraid to always finding Remoraid, but the rest of our hand, pretty interesting. I mean, that's at least their thing. That's at least the thing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things I want to keep alive. Well, we'll go like this. And we'll grab ourselves another quick ball. And let us see what we're up against. Is it Dragapult? Is it another Leafeon? Is it Urshifu? Is it Suicune? So many decks play the Sobble. And we know if they just pass, that is absolute. Alright, so it's Dragon Ball. It is Dragapult. So we're going to be relying on Sylveon, mainly. Alright, that's huge. That is very huge. Because we know we can Fan of Waves that away. And we will absolutely Fan of Waves that away. We will grab... go like this, like this. Evolutionary Incense. You can grab us a Sylveon. Jammer can go because very rarely do they play anything outside their own Jammer. We'll grab ourselves. Blaziken sounds fine. We'll slap them with the Marnie. I'm happy to discard that. I think we get Monk here. Yeah, we can grab Monkey here. And then we can go Rapid Search. Grab a Fan of Waves. Fan of Waves that. Put Research on top of our deck. Not going to play that down, it's unnecessary. In case we get Path Marnied, I would rather just keep it like this. So now we know, even if they do Marnie us, we have an out. Zigzagoon. Level Ball. Get themselves another Sobble. Fair play, fair play. So they must have like a Research in hand. Why not Axel Energy there onto Blaz? Sorry, I mean, I guess I could have. I forgot that about Precious Touch and that it's a thing. I'm not used to playing Psychic Energy in the deck. Because I was like, what do you mean Accelerate? I don't have a Leafy on. But yeah, I could have Precious Touched. Attach an energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon if you do heal. Yeah, so I could have done that. I think here is where I would like to find Boss's Order. So we can go like this. Or I could Fan of Waves again. I could do both. Fan of Waves just sounds really good. Do I hit Boss? I don't hit Boss. But I do hit another Fan of Waves. I could still hit... we will Rapid Search. We'll grab ourselves another Sylveon. I'm gonna put Coronas back on top, and then if I don't hit Boss, I can just research. Yeah, I'm happy with research. Sure, he's mad. I can attach that. Well, I mean, they're playing Crushing Hammer, so they get exactly what they deserve. So again, it's a bit frustrating not finding Boss. So I would almost be happy if they do Marnias now. There's just such a huge chance that we're going to hit into one of our 3 bosses that a Marnie would actually be good. Especially now, where if they... Right, research. Again, we've found a player who's able to play their hand down to 0 and then research. I would love to actually just boss KO this. If we can boss KO this Dragapult, that throws them down to 3 prizes, and then we can just eventually blow this up. They're going to Shred. What do I not mind them shredding onto? At this point, it's looking like Blaziken. That's fine, we can bump that. Ba-dum-bum. So let's just say I Blaziken VMAX into him, yeah? It's 130. So that will put them at 119. And then we can knock them out next turn. But that puts me at that. So I think it's a rather not. So we'll still get that. Do we have another stadium? We don't have another stadium. We don't have another stadium. So we're just going to have to hard retreat. Or we can attack. And then just accelerate a whole bunch of energy. Let's see what this gets us. It's not a boss. It's not a boss. You know what? Sure. I'm going to thin our deck. Actually, no, I shouldn't have. It's fine. Because we've got a couple of Karina's wheels. Focus. So it's fine. We can grab this. I'm not going to evolve this. Because we don't have the energy on it. So this is just 1 energy retreat over 2. So just in case. And then we can max Harmony. For 220. They can Raihan on this second one. That is a potential. So yeah, unfortunately they get the evolution. We've dug very deep into our deck. And unfortunately we've just never been able to find boss. ever. I wonder. So it goes 1-3, 1-8. I think here is actually where I retreat again. Into here. That puts me 8, 21. Zeroed energy. He's playing his own fan. He's playing. Okay. So they're playing Fan of Waves and Crushing Hammer. And they haven't bricked. That's commitment. That's commitment. That is a lot of commitment. And very annoying. Actually, and very annoying. Hey, we found boss. It's a little bit too late. Hey, look, Crushing Hammer Tails. Who would have thought? Probably not playing 4 hammers. Probably not. Maybe he took out 2 hammers to put in 2 fans. The funny thing is, because they've done it like this, the odds of them hitting Raihan are really unlikely. Maybe. Sure. So let's see if they have Raihan naturally in hand. Again, I'm not going to evolve this straight away, just in case they boss stall. I do want boss on top of the deck, just in case they try to stall. We can max harmony for 220. 220. Take the knockout. Again, it's very unfortunate that we couldn't get an easy knockout on the V on the bench. What we can do now is look for like checkmate. So we can evolve here. Put energy onto it, and then we can just go boss knockout. Let's see what they look for. They need like scoop up nets to get stuff off the bench. They need to force me through these two through this Dragapult if they want to stand a chance. Raihan and Hammer. This guy committing to the hammers. So there's a Crushing Hammer. Tails. Raihan. So they'll be able to attack. Tell him. I know. I know. I mean, if he got, say, Scoop Up Net and an evolution, he could go ping, and that goes 7, 9, yeah. These need to go through rehab, they do. So 7, yeah, so he just needs 1 more damage counter, and he can knock out this Sylveon. Does he see it? Does he have a Scoop Up Net? No, he does not. So if he got Scoop Up Net instead of Hammer, would have been okay. So what I'm going to do now, capture energy. I'm not going to play down anything, because that can be for a Eldegoss in case if I need. I have hit Stadium. But that's not going to help me here. Unless... Okay, so I'm actually going to get rid of it. I'm going to... Bosses order up this one. No, this one. We bosses order up here. We knock out this one. Then we put Boss's Order on top of our deck. And then we go Max Harmony. Again, Stadium. Yeah, Field Blower. We take this knockout. And then we just look for boss knockouts. Over on the Zigzagoon. Why couldn't you Field Blower Wondrous Labyrinth? I can... Let me just bring it up. Wondrous Lab. There's a reason for it. I just want to get the wording right for you. The attacks of non-fairy Pokemon, whenever you... because it's a Prism Star card. Basically. I'll just put it like that. Because it's a Prism Star card. Yeah. And that is game. We go boss. And Max Blade. Now. The guy with pants. You don't need to call yourself dumb. It's okay, we all make those mistakes. It's all good. It's all good. Let us continue. I don't know how I feel about Eldegoss. I might cut Eldegoss for something. For Prism is supposed to be more strong than Sam's. It is. It is a choice spec, or an A spec, should I say, stadium. Well, yeah, no, but you see, that's it. That's it. I would, Blizzardo. Good luck, have fun. I like the idea of, like, A-Specs and Prism Stars and things like that. I would actually think that, Pokemon could use a limited ban list. Or, you know, like a limited list in a sense. So you could go maybe like... this is pretty icky. Yeah. Limit to 2 Marnies. And then when you limit Marnie to 2, it forces people to get creative with their other supporters. So if you find that the meta is just people mining each other, you can go, okay, well, you can only have a maximum of 2 copies of that card. Maybe you want to slow down the format. So you go, all right, we're going to put Professor's Research to a limit of 2. Marnie to a limit of 2. So then how will Dex deal with that? Of course, the Intelligent Engine would just be like completely busted after that. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I mean, Interesting. For that, unfortunately, even if I bench this, I'll be hitting for 190. I mean, I could hit for 190. I actually don't hate hitting for 190. I want to hit for 190. Yeah, no, but you could. You could do those sorts of things and go, okay, well, something is dominating the format too much. So we don't have to ban it, but we can just limit it. You're finding a card, just overrunning a format, and just go, you know what? It's the same engine, over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it could be that Inteleon is the main engine for, like, years upon years upon years. That's cool. It actually is a little annoying. Focus is really nice, though. It's still very funky that they've decided to play down path to the peak. There we go. Oh, we almost lost. All right, guys, excuse me for a second to make sure that the stream is still working, because we had almost a power outage just then. Everything seems fine. Everything looks fine. All right, cool. I don't know about that, but I would love to see some healthy cards that can never rotate, like Tiu Jirachi. I don't think Tiu Jirachi. I think that rotation was fine. That rotation was fine. No, it wasn't. It wasn't cancer. I think it was fine. But yeah, I would like to just see the limited list. But they are very casual here in Pokemon. Magic used to do that all the time. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh did the same as well. They'll be like, hey, this card's too good. So instead of a max copy of 3, you can only do 2. Instead of 2, you can only do 1. Yes, please. Do I want a Crobat from here? Do I want a Crobat? Well, I mean... It's Crobat or Oranguru? I think it's Crobat. Oh, this is so annoying. This is legitimately annoying. This is cancer. Yeah, Jirachi was fine. Jirachi was fine. This is getting annoying. This is getting annoying. We need a switch, and we're not finding it. We can't bump the stadium because... Hey, they can actually do something. And that's awkward. And that's awkward. And we're getting Marnied. Delicious. So guys, that's a good way... if you... Shadow Mist. Gotta love it. It was good. It was good. Jirachi was good. Item is very important. Item is very important. This is very awkward. Ordinary Rod. I wonder. Can I be cheeky? So I hit for 220. Oh, you hate to see that. I want a boss. He plays 2 paths. Why are you playing 2 paths, sir? Boss sounds good. Alright, I'm going to try to be cheeky. We're going to bring up Alchemy, take the knockout. I want to see what else I can get. I do want to shuffle. We can get Eldegoss. I know we can't use it. But just in case we hit Stadium. We could potentially hit a boss. We max Harmony. Now, the saucy play. We've got our evolution. So we want boss and rapid strike energy. We got our boss, so we need rapid strike energy. Actually, we don't have boss because we can't bench it. Jirachi with its board. Yeah, Jirachi board was pretty cool. I think that was a bit much. It was a no-brainer. I think people use Jirachi heavily. It seems to forget how it was in the format. Yeah, a lot of people forget that Jirachi in the format often got themselves the switch card that needed to just get Jirachi out of the active. That's just how that just usually went down. And you know what? It was fine. But having, like, especially, even if it was just for the turn one, even if it was just for the turn one, where you know, it guaranteed some decks, energy, ball search, and things like that. So even if on turn 2, if your goal is to go, all right, the next turn, what we're going to be doing is trying to find a scoop up Netherstone just to get Jirachi out of the active, and then attack. The fact that it enabled the attachment for turn 1 was just so important. And this is why Mew is going to be huge in the when Celebration comes out. You play 4 of them. I think they get a knockout here. How much energy do they have? They've got 3, 6, 9, yeah. Yes, they do. They get the knockout. When it's in the active, you search top 6 card of your deck for an item card, and then you shuffle your hand back in. You shuffle the rest of it back into your deck. So you can get like Fog Crystal, Quick Balls, Level Balls, and things like that. They only need... I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, no, because you can't get Supporter. But you can get Level Ball, Fog Crystal, and things like that. So for some decks, it's going to be massive. How do we do this? Well, I think we just go for it. No! They're both in there, I forgot. That's right. I forgot they were both in the discard. That's alright. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, no, I think Mew you can go 4 of. Mew you can absolutely... Like, in Dragapult is the old friend I see. Hey, Oki, how's it going? So what you can do is you... the Mew on turn 1 guarantees... Like, it doesn't guarantee, but it's a huge out to finding on going first on turn 1. Fog Crystal, Quick Balls, Level Balls... It increases your odds of finding the turn 1 energy attachment onto Dragapult so much higher. And that's really what you want when you're playing Dragapult. So Mew really does enable that. So I could see it being played at a pretty high count. Yeah, look. ADP was okay. It was okay. Pre-rotation was pretty fun. Post-rotation, yeah, it did get a bit... What do we want from here? Do I have a switch? Does this deck have switch? I wonder, because we keep on missing it. So we might have to check it out. No, it's fine. It's fine, because then you're not having to commit as many spaces. Like, you could absolutely run a 3-3 Inteleon line. You could absolutely run a 3-3-3 in Inteleon line, or like a 3-3 2/1 line of Inteleon if you're running Mew. Just if it, like, because in the end, the Inteleon engine is just there to enable, like, just to get your basically strategy going and everything like that. If you've got Mew in the active, you don't need to be using as many Sobbles to set up. Using Sobbles later to achieve your goals. Yeah, no, but it was fun. It was at least fun. It was at least fun. I almost don't want to Manium. Almost. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was fair. It was fair. And I think that's the most important thing, is that it was fair. In case they hit the nuts, we will put... we can go another Sylveon. Then we do this. We grab ourselves Quick Ball. Quick Ball is going to get ourselves a Ranguru. Then we go from there. Man, I remember playing it with Mew 3 and Soul Gladiator Overdrive and Cuttergain and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there were some interesting ideas. I mean, it was fun. Zacian was a bit much. Like, Zacian was just a bit much. Zacian was a bit much. Like, Zacian did annoy me. It was just too good. It just won games. Like, there was so many times where you could just win with Zacian. You didn't even need ADP, you just won with Zacian. And it was always funny, the Gardevoir Tag Team GX. How I remember in a League Cup, I was playing ADP Zacian, and this guy was playing the Gardevoir Tag Team, and he's like, "Yes, I get to go up against ADP," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. So tell me, why are you so excited? I've just got to know. I've just got to know. Why are you so excited?" And he's like, "Dude, you're ADP. You try to GX. I one-shot you. You can't win." And I'm like, okay. So I put down a Zacian, I Intrepid Sword. And then I one-shot. And he's like, oh. Okay. And then I got rid of the ADP. I never benched it. And then I put down another Zacian. And then he's like, oh. I'm like, yes. Yes, that is indeed a thing. Maybe the worst thing Pokemon did at the start. Yeah, it was... Zacian was too strong. Zacian was too strong. It was just... Zacian itself was just better than a lot of tag teams. It was better than a lot of Vs, and it was better than a lot of VMAXs. It was such a strong card. I like that. I like that. Gives us retreat now. I might bench this Blaziken. If only just for the... Alright, that's cool. Just for the boost. If he tries to snipe it later, I'll just never evolve this. I'll just never evolve this. We can... I want to try and get a supporter off this. I'm going to be honest. I want to get a supporter off this. That's fine. Then we can Karina. Because we want energy. We want energy. We want to attach to one of these two. Probably here. This is fine. They did Sylveon dirty. What do you mean? Which Sylveon? Max Harmony. It's no longer fairy? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't mind that they're condensing types. I don't mind it too much. Though they did bring Dragon back, so that was odd. So yeah, I don't exactly mind it. My issue now is just weakness. Weakness needs to go. The ×2 is just too strong. That needs to be 40 or 60. So escape rope. Is Eldegoss needed? I like checkmate. I like the idea of, if you ever need to, just being able to boss for game. Because boss is really big. So it gives this deck 4 bosses, which I think is really good. But that's just me. That is just me. We can throw up actually. So it does suck with Path being around, but you can Stadium, Eldegoss, get Boss, knockout game. So, and I mean, it is an alternate typing. So it's just one of those things where it's, for me, like, it's rarely used, but I can see it being really useful. Rarely used, but I can see it being really useful. We can snipe. We can go bang, bang, take 4 prizes. If we hit boss, I want to go for this. Okay, so basically for each type on your bench is 30, plus there's 70. So you cap out at 220. So yeah, I want to see if I hit boss. I don't hit boss. So I'm sad. I am sad. I'm going to leave this in the active. Hey, there's the boss that I wanted just before. Now we've got some decisions. Now we have some decisions. So I can go knockout, knockout. If I put 120 here, I can knock out with Sylveon next turn. He can't one-shot me. It's 2-5. And then we just go for boss. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go here. So I didn't want him to be able to blow this up, because you've got 2-5, 2-7, 2-9, 3-1. Oh no, he was going to be a little bit short. I was thinking 3-1. That's okay. We'll still do the plan. Boss knockout. Umbreon is single strike indeed. It is single strike. And it can gust. Its damage cap is... its base damage is 160, but because of single strike energy, usually it can reach around 200, 220 damage. Weak against grass. Alright, so we are looking okay. Let's see if they find the retreat. They will with this. Yes, I miscalculated. So in my mind, the cap, that I thought that they were going to be able to get knockout, but they're not going to be able to. They're going to be a little bit short. They can get the knockout next turn. I think at this point we do actually have to go for this, because he's got the energy there. So we're going to force them onto Melanie. We'll grab this. Go like this. 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 And then we go Max Harmony for 220. Alright, so this is looking a little better. So now, they can take the knockout. But they can't... They need to boss, knockout, and octillery. And they can't boss and Melanie the same turn. They can't boss and Melanie the same turn. So that's really good. They knock this out. We grab our... oh, we're out of stadiums. Crap. Or did I put a third one in? Or did I put a third one in? Are they going to get 2 quick snipes? Interesting. I think at this point, let's have a look. What's in our deck? There's still 2 boss in here. I think what we just need to do is thin the deck. And then just please gift us the love of boss. You're not a boss. You are not a boss. Now we're in trouble. Yeah, we lose the boss now. So we whiff boss, and we lose because we didn't have boss. We still have to take the knockout. Do they have boss? Surely they have boss. They haven't played a boss yet. They've got 8 cards left in deck. They're taking 3 prize cards, and they haven't played boss. They'll naturally have boss in hand. They'll naturally have boss in hand. It was very likely, though. It was very likely. I never got a chance to checkmate. I want to take the Elder Goss out. I actually do want to take it out. Typing-wise, I want to put still another type in, because... or do we need to? Don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. Though we can have a look. I've got no way to... I need to adjust it a bit too much to do that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because I need to put in the other special energy, and I want to keep the fog crystals in. So what can we do? What can we do? So we fighting or water? Fighting or water? Really? Without energy switch is a bit much. But if we're going water or fighting, we've already got that typing. What's it called? We'll get there. Let's go yoga looping. How does that sound? He's like, no, not Beijing, please, no. It's like, did you not watch Henry? Watch. Watch. I have a feeling that I will. I unfortunately watched Henry. I know how bad the card can be. Vikavolt. Nah, it's not going to be Coco Max. It's going to be Inteleon item lock. No, and they're going to play like Crushing Hammers, Fan of Waves, and things like that. You know, those nonsense sort of things. Yeah, it's going to be an item lock deck. So I'm just going to play a bunch of cards just to set up, basically. And then we can go Evolutionary Incense. Yes. Yes. It is the evolution of the meme. Instead of 2, it is indeed 3. Cave of Toughness. I think that was the wrong one. I think you want to put it on here, bro. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't matter because of that. Unless they find Scrapper. Oof! They whiff. How convenient. How convenient indeed. This can go. We get a Oranguru. Put Research back into our deck. Blaziken would have actually been useful, but hey. Any items can we play? There's no items in hand. Oh, I was meant to get... Okay, that's fine. I just realized, like, where's my Octillery? I forgot, I got the wrong one. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. I actually have a better idea. I have a better idea. Should have just left the Urshi as a basic. Yeah, I should have. And just go 300, 300, 300, 300. But I also wanted to bench snipe the Sobbles. So they can't actually achieve anything. Because once you break their Sobbles down, they're really floundering to maintain any control. So my number one priority was take out Sobbles, and that's all that mattered. What was I thinking? I was thinking something. I can't remember it off the top of my head. What I can do is I can do I? I don't know. All right. Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Because people don't know how to play against it on ladder. If you play against someone who's really competent, then you'll never win. You'll never win. I can guarantee you now, if I was to play Dragapult and you're to play Stonejourner, I will win. Basically, you continuously attack, and you just don't play anything else. And then you just hold your money till the very end, then you money. If you do it like that, it is pretty much impossible to out-heal that. You'll end up having to heal like 8k, I think it is, to survive, to be able... You have to heal about 8k to survive people who play like that. And I think you cap at around like 5.5k or something of like potential healing. So you will eventually not be able to. Do we go 1 or 2, chat? Do we go 1 or 2? I think we can just go 1. I think 1's fine. Yeah. And then we can go... three of those. So now the whole idea is that I'm going to keep the fog crystals in. I'm actually going to keep them in. I could turn them into great balls though. I could turn them into great balls. I want 3 great balls. Is 2 spiral enough? Because we're going to focus a little bit more on Urshifu. I think we are. The only thing is you like the rainbow on his Sylveon. We need it for Crossfist. We need it for Crossfist. I mean, we could just play this. Up to 4, you reckon? I don't think so. Because we can search it out. And this is like a late game finish anyway. This is more of a late game finish. You're not committing to this early. You're not committing to this early. This is a late gamer. So by the time you've already taken like 3 prizes or something like that. So you should have access to these. I think this is fine. Let's just play this. We'll see how we go. And then we can make decisions from there. We'll make decisions from there. Because if we need to, we can absolutely up it. I think capture energy is probably more important. That being said, we do have 3 of the Great Balls, so hopefully we should have some pretty minty fresh consistency. Ildoni, good luck, have fun. After this game, I'll also call it a night. Tomorrow, I'm going early to go get vaccinated, get my second vaccination. So that's a thing we'll have to do. Let's see what we're up against first before we bench these 2. Looks like we're up against Urshifu or something like that, so I'd rather not bench that. Dragonpult. Sorry, Dragonpult, that's what I was trying to say. There we go, bench. I mean, benching Urshifu is damage though. No, I don't need to. I've got enough stuff. Yes, please. I love them. I don't love that, though. I do not love that. I do love that. I don't love that. I really, really don't love that. I'd rather have that been anything else. So I will bench that. We'll Dream Gift. We'll grab ourselves a Quick Ball. We can discard, grab ourselves a Remoraid. Hey! We know what we need to do. It's called Fan of Waves. So we're going to get Marnied? No, they're just going to bite. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I wish I had Boss. I wish I had Boss. Actually, I should... Nah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What I could do... Now that I've seen everything... We can grab... Hey, Blaziken VMAX's prize. Both of them. Who thought? I'm just going to get rid of one. And then I'm going to research. This is looking good. I don't need to bench this now. I'm losing a lot of supporters. It's gonna be that. Grab Monkey. We'll put Marnie on top of our deck for next turn. And then I'll actually Magical Shot. Magical's fine. That's all fine. The most you can do is 16. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. We grab ourselves another Sylveon. This can be for the artillery. I'm going to Monkey. Oh, okay, he's just going to scoop. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. I mean, that still felt alright. That still felt alright. Before I do go, I think we do try to add the fourth that. Do we just be cheeky and just go two of these? Just a couple of potentials. I mean, we were playing plenty of Pokemon. That's more guaranteed than that. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So yeah. So guys, we'll call it here. We'll call it a night. So yeah, thank you one and all. Follow me up on the old Facebooks, all the other social medias, YouTube. I'll throw this up on YouTube. If you missed any of this, this will all go up on YouTube, all 2-3 hours of it. Dear God, I'm so sorry. I'll throw that up on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, so Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Follow, subscribe, do all that nonsense. I'll post the list up on the Facebook as well. Links to the YouTube would be there as well. Is there anything else? Tomorrow, I do have a schedule for tomorrow. I'm getting vaccinated, so I don't know how I will feel on the night. I could be feeling fine. I could be feeling like absolute trash. But what we will do is, if I'm feeling up to it, assuming I don't have horrid diarrhea or I'm just like in bed dead because my body's trying to connect to the 5G network or whatever it may be, it is going to be Science Lab. So what we're going to do, this is like standard, yeah? We are going to we're basically going to build Sylveon from scratch. And I mean scratch, fresh, with a whole new ideas. I'm talking about, let's see if we can make Leafeon GX work. VMAX work. Let's see if we can make Jolteon VMAX work. Let's see how far we can push the archetype. In what strange and wonderful ways can we go? Maybe that will be great. Maybe we'll find this hidden gem that everyone thought was trash and somehow works. Or we could just be playing jank the entire night. Either way, if I'm not dead, we can at least try. So let's see how we go. So as I said, guys, thank you one and all. Follow me on the socials. Let's go